As the market begins to sell off, we are all wondering what is going to happen next. Are we going to continue to sell off and our investments slowly begin to go back to where maybe you even bought them before? Guys, long-term investing is just as risky as day trading, swing trading, or trading in crypto. You are betting on future price targets that may or may not exist. Okay? The long-aged saying is buy into the market, invest and hold long term. But if you want to maximize your profits and hopefully walk away richer now that you're younger instead of in your, you know, 50 years down the line, 20 years down the line, then we have a lot to talk about. And there's a lot that we need to go over. Okay, the markets are at an all-time high. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck holding the bag. At 541 highs, it's all the way back down to 525. And this didn't happen in a week or a month. This happened in a single day. In a single day, the markets, NASDAQ itself, crashed. It didn't really crash, but it pulled back 2.5%. Now, some people might get a little nervous, might get a little scared, wondering what's happening here. But it's all part of the process. It's all part of the way the market works. And right now, we are consolidating. We are at overbought levels. Okay, overall, market has been very bullish. And every time it is bullish, it has pullbacks. So I want everyone to take a deep breath and just relax. Markets are at an all-time high, but every time they pull up, they come back to retest the moving average. Now, I can't predict the market, you can't predict the market, but what we can do is a great job here is by simply following the direction of the market. And by doing that, we can be better traders and or investors. Okay, I would hate to buy up here at 500. Okay, we bought at 500, it's going to go higher, and it actually goes down. And then it takes, what is this, almost 117 days to break even. That means it took 117 days to go from $500 all the way down to 420s, $422, and that's a 15% decrease, right? A sell-off in 26 days, and you sell down here maybe. You get caught in that trap that most beginners get caught into. And what I want to showcase today is how you can avoid it. You don't want to have to buy at the high and then wait or sell at the lows, lose money, or even wait 130, 150 days, a year to break even and get your money back. That is not going to create a very confident trader for yourself. Now, we're mashing the market selling off with the potential to make money, and that's what we do here. That's the whole point. Now, this is a previous resistance level, 538-ish, 537, 538 of QQQ. For a long time, it couldn't get above it. If we look back at the daily, it's kind of starting this horizontal pattern. We're no longer making new highs. We're no longer making new lows either. It's kind of just trading within this pattern. Now, by understanding that and having a few moving averages to your favor, like this green 200-day moving average, we can see that, hey, a couple things are going to happen on Monday. Okay, this is either going to bounce off of this area right here. It's going to bounce and act as a support and push back up to those highs, which the market usually does recover. Right, so that's a pretty good guess as to what it's going to do. Okay, and it could recover about 3%. Or it could do the exact opposite, and it could actually gap down and go back to those $500 levels, which is another 3%. Now, basically it's like 50-50, flipping a coin. It can go either direction. Now, I don't know, nor would I give you any determination whether it is going to go up or down, right? You have to make that decision on your own as well. This is just information. But from its track record and from where it's caught resistance, it's already actually lost that support right around here at 530s, right? So that is no longer a valid support. The next area of support it's going to test is this moving average, which it's held up a few times in this area, but the majority of that support has been at $500. Now, how do we benefit from this? And I do apologize if I made the video a little dark at the beginning, right? I don't care if the markets go up or down. That's not what I do here, and that's my trading style. I don't hold any positions overnight, and if I do, it's very rare. I may take a few light, small position swing trades, whether it's overnight, daily, within a week time frame, etc. I'm gonna try to get more into that this year, but the point is I don't hold long term and think and guess that this company is gonna go to $600, in a year or 2 years or 10 years, and I'm investing long term. And if that's your style, that's great. That's a cool style to have. I mean, I'm sure you're profitable if you're buying, as this continues to push up and you're buying, hey, you're making some decent money, right? But what we do here, if you're interested and you've been a part of my community and you've been watching the channel for a while, we're all about day trading. So a couple things are going to happen here, guys. If we look at the 4-hour, we can see very clear that there is some signs of support, and again, it can go past that support level just a little here. Okay, doesn't mean it has to hold, but there is signs of consolidation all within this 525 range. Okay, and that's where it closed, so it could very easily bounce at 525, and we can get some really nice buying pressure tomorrow, or tomorrow on Monday. Okay, now, if this goes up 3%, you're like, well, 3% is not that much. It actually is quite a bit, okay? Now, if it does go up 3%, I can show you real quick how you can triple that amount to actually 9%. And that would be by trading TQQQ, which is a 3 times or a triple leveraged ETF that tracks the NASDAQ market. So not only do you get it for cheaper, right? Not a lot of people have $500 to buy one share, nor do they want to spend a lot of time wasted only making a 3% move, although 3% is very good. Some great benefits about TQQQ here is it's actually showcasing some of those same setups because it tracks it. It's very similar. Do you see that? I mean, if I change these, it's almost exactly the same. The only difference is I have this yellow line here, and I have a secondary red line up here. Okay, that tracks it very well. It's got up to $93 in the past, okay, and more recently it's got up to about $90. Now, same setup, but with more potential. It's also cheaper. It's only $83 to buy per share compared to 500, so you could buy more shares, get more bang for your buck, as they would say. Okay, now if this does test that support, because QQQ is also testing support around those levels, then we may be able to get a nice bounce on Monday, resulting in a 7 to 9% profit. A 7 to 9% profit would be amazing, right? Especially with, say, 100 shares. If you have 100 shares, and it goes up $8 per share, that's 800 bucks. Even just 10 shares, it going up $8 is 80 bucks, right? That's close to $100. So if the markets recover on Monday, then we can definitely see QQQ go up, right? Tracks the markets. Now, on the other hand, if it begins to sell off and we do experience more selling pressure because there is an earnings report coming up. I thought I had it. Well, we'll be going over that for the Sunday night stock talk. We'll be going over the most anticipated earnings for this week to come, so make sure you tune into the Sunday night stock talk tomorrow. So definitely subscribe to the channel and smash the little bell icon so you know when I go live. But if it does begin to sell off, then the markets can again experience a whole different story. We can actually lose that support here. It can begin to sell off more down to even lows of 515, 512, and even ultimately $500. And if it does do that on Monday, you can do one of two things. You could either wait and not trade, wait for the market to recover, and then catch the next bounce when it does begin to recover. Or you can also trade the opposite. If you feel like this is going to sell off and it does, and you see that direction is in your favor, and you're not able to short the market, then you could trade SQQQQ, which again, it's already showing signs. Obviously, this is selling off, so SQQQ is pushing up. Now, for all of you who don't know, SQQQ is the 3-time or triple leverage short position for the NASDAQ. So whenever you think the NASDAQ is going to sell off, if you're one of those people that like to trade both sides, don't really have a bias, and aren't really a long-term investor holding long-term and hoping that one day your holdings will pay off, you're more of an active trader, then you can then, short the market. If you don't want to wait for them to recover, markets could take a couple of days to recover, a couple of weeks to recover. I know we are in a very bear market recently over the last week or so. And so if it does continue to sell off, which is why we're having this conversation, then we can get, some pretty good action as well on SQQQ, which is, potentially shorting the market. Now, if the market does begin to sell off, right, it's already sold off 3%, so SQQQ is up 9%. So already on Friday, people who invested in this company, or at least got in and traded it on Friday at $26, $27 levels, were selling at $28, almost $29 levels, resulting in a nice $2 per share or an 8% profit in a single day. Okay, so this provides a lot of opportunity for when markets are volatile, when there is a lot of movement in the market, when we get a lot of these big swings per day. This was a huge move in one day, right? And then you get a couple good ones right here in one day going the other direction. You get gap ups, you get gap downs, you get runners that last for a few days, and it's all about timing the market, right? Again, we don't know the direction. All we can do is play the direction when it actually plays out, when we actually can identify it. So SQQQ, again, has so much more potential. If QQQ does begin to sell off and go back to those $500 levels, that could be easily a 4% sell-off. 4%. And I know you're already doing the math in your head. Times 3 or a triple leverage of that 4%, that is 12% profit on SQQQ if it begins to sell off back to those levels. Now, it doesn't have to, but it definitely could. And you could easily make anywhere from 12 to even 16% on SQQQ. Now, I don't want you to get too excited. This could very easily push up to 30, which means QQQ maybe only pushes down, to 515, 520 levels. Then, this may only go up to $30, but there's still another $2 per share, another 7% profit to be had. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Saturday video. The markets are closed today. We're just kind of hanging out. I'm going to go hang out with the family and get out of town, go do a few things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative and helpful on how you can trade both sides of the market. And also, you can actually experiment with it as soon as Monday morning. You could watch us trade live in our here on YouTube for free, and you could also just experiment on your own by paper trading. Sign up with WEBULL or any brokerage company that provides a paper trading account and start practicing there if you don't feel confident enough to trade with your own money. Now, guys, we trade live every day, Monday through Friday, with live cash, live money, and we make real profits. And we also, give back profits sometimes as well. But if you guys want to watch that and experience kind of the style of my trading and kind of, just a live action trading, and you could kind of watch someone doing it, then definitely consider subscribing, joining our Discord, and tuning in to one of those live streams. 100% free, lifetime access, and you will not be disappointed. You can talk to me and ask me questions while I trade, connect with other like-minded individuals, other traders, investors, not just in stocks like this. And we don't only trade the NASDAQ, we also trade NVIDIA, we also trade crypto like Bitcoin and Mara. We also get into other startup companies like SoFi and SMCI and LUNR and SOUN. All those companies we trade actively. As you can see, all my trades here. And if you guys want to be a part of that, definitely consider subscribing. If you don't trade stocks, hey, if you trade futures, if you trade options, there is a place in the Discord for you to be a part of our community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's Sunday Stock Talk and in Monday morning's live stream. Hope to see you all there. Thank you for your time, and you guys have a great rest of your day.